We're in a moment of reckoning for criminal justice in our country. Everyday people are now calling upon their local governments, their legislators, to work towards a more equitable and fair criminal justice system.
But there's a problem.
There's an incredible amount of information that's being collected today. Every police interaction, every interrogation, every deposition is now being recorded. But public defenders, the people who are best positioned to hold these powerful entities in check, have no staff, no time, and no technology to be able to actually sift through all of this data.
In certain states, public defender offices are so overwhelmed with cases that the average amount of time an attorney can dedicate to any individual case is 7 minutes. That's as long as this video. On the other hand, prosecutors and law enforcement have teams, resources, and large budgets for their work.
There's a broad source of funding that is not always available to public defense, and the clients end up getting cheated.
And it meant that people spent more time in jail simply because they couldn't afford their own attorneys.
That's why we want to build technology that improves outcomes for the individuals and the communities that public defenders serve.
These tech entrepreneurs believe that restoring balance to the criminal justice system is a key to improving public safety in America. Could AI technology be a tool to ensuring every person receives their fair due process?
This is Stand Together Presents, stories, ideas, and advice from changemakers tackling our biggest challenges.
A brief introduction. Leslie and I started building the organization while we were still undergrad students out in Chicago. One of the things that really shaped a lot of our experience as undergrads was the murder of Laquan McDonald, who was a young teenage Black American boy who was shot 16 times by a local police officer.
In that incident, the dashcam footage played a critical role in revealing the truth of what happened and bringing justice and accountability to those involved.
And we quickly realized that this was a problem that, our background in computer science and technology could be well suited to help and address.
We're not just going to accept things as they are. We're going to change things.
But we didn't have the lived experience of working within the criminal justice system.
So they asked the people who deal with public safety every day.
Public defenders are specialized criminal defense of people who can't afford lawyers. The mission is to make public defense as good as it can be because people need a fair defense. And one of the reasons it hasn't always been as good as it can be is it's been underfunded and the lawyers have been given too many cases. Prosecutors can choose their cases. They have their own investigators, but they also have the backing of the police and they have access to information that we would only get later. Right now, with the explosion of audio and visual, I think most public defender offices are overloaded and can't even get to reviewing a lot of the video evidence.
And there are obviously real-world consequences for their clients.
Which means people aren't getting their fair shot at defense and due process. And we often never get to the truth of what happened.
We started building out a prototype from there.
We at JusticeText were using artificial intelligence to quickly sift through hours and hours of this footage, to transcribe that data, and automatically pull out key moments that would be relevant for a public defender. Let me get into a quick demo of JusticeText itself. You can transcribe up to 50 files at a time. You'll get all of them back within 30 minutes or so. So I highly encourage you, maybe at the end of the day, just dump everything in here, and the next morning you'll have it ready to go. One of the cool things that you can actually do directly from the dashboard is search for certain words. So let's say you're looking for all references to the word gun across 50 jail calls. You can just search for that word and it will scan across your entire database and tell you all instances in which that word or phrase was mentioned. We automatically flag things like when a client was read their Miranda warning, when they were administered their field sobriety tests, the moment of arrest. And by doing that, we make it easy for public defenders to identify any possible contradictions in what was actually captured on video.
Do we need to do anything to access those key moments, or they're just automatically going to detect if it shows up?
Automatically.
Okay.
Are there any types of key moments that come to mind for you that would be helpful?
There could be a ton, honestly.
JusticeText hopes that by enabling public defenders to better analyze all the necessary data for their clients, more innocent people will stay out of prison.
It has helped me resolve cases in ways that I probably wouldn't have been able to before in terms of getting dismissals or getting reduction in charges.
Until we had this sort of technology, we had to rely on the truth of the offense report. And now we're seeing that the offense report and the truth may not necessarily line up. Like, An arson case that I had, that case got dismissed outright, but it was because of what was on the body cam.
This technology is already being used by hundreds of attorneys across the country. They hope that by bringing more balance, this can make a significant difference in due process and justice for all defendants in our country, allowing the system to focus their resources on reducing crime and ensuring public safety.
We figure it saves lawyers about 50% of their time in reviewing.
We're building up our expertise of video, audio, how it's used in the criminal justice system. We want users to be able to come to our platform and quickly be able to answer all the questions that they're looking to answer and really get back to sort of the fundamentals of the case.
We wanted to focus our time and energy in building technology for a community that has for so long been overlooked by technologists. But as we continue to grow and scale, I think the impact that we can have is much broader than that. We want to be part of redefining what public safety means in America and the role that public defenders can play in holding our criminal legal system accountable.
Devji and Leslie used their unique tech skills to create a solution within the criminal justice system, impacting countless people's lives in their pursuit of justice. What other innovations like this could be out there? Stand Together partners with changemakers tackling our biggest challenges. To see more stories, follow our channels. And to learn more about how you can partner with us, go to standtogether.org.